All right, welcome to Marriage Straightforward, and my name is Johnny McMahon. This is my wife, Anissa McMahon, and we're just going to be providing some principles and some information to you. We believe that the information is just simply to help you stay the course according to the purpose of your union. And what is the purpose of your union? Well, we're going to find out, okay? But this is kind of different than what you would normally look at on a YouTube video where you kind of have a person out there preaching to you about this or that or whatever. And I can guarantee you that this is a matter of learning. And it's a matter of what we've learned and what we are still learning. And from that, what we have come to want to share with the world. So with no further ado, you'll be a fly on the wall. We're going to discuss a few things. At the end of it, hopefully you will have gotten something that will have inspired you to look into those areas in your life that you feel need to be improved or uplifted or maybe turned in a way to help you to, achieve those marital goals that you want to achieve. And it's not just about marriage, right?
No, it's a life journey. It's definitely a life journey.
Yeah.
And you got to look at it as such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So from a fly on the wall perspective, you'll hear us talk about things and discuss things, and we'll have a lot of different things that we'll show and a lot of references that we'll make and a lot of different things. And if you find yourself in it, well, good. If it's not for you, then of course you know what to do. But hopefully, you'll find something here that can help you. All right. So, we were talking about the idea of, when people, are married and they come to a point where it's like, I just don't think I can do this anymore. Those conversations that we never had. And I think in beginning any type of situation, it's more or less like, okay, so have we laid a proper foundation for what we're about to embark on? Usually when we talk about what commonalities we have, it's usually a chain of events. You know what I mean? It's like we met at this place, he was wearing this, I was wearing that,
We were hanging and wasn't really trying to, we didn't really know each other.
Right. And so you have all these signs, that maybe something is going on with this, right? And so you decide you want to explore it a little bit further. But in that exploration, sometimes we cheat ourselves because we don't really have the types of conversations that prepare us adequately for the step we're about to take. When we start talking about, okay, well, I'm in love, that's saying quite a bit. I mean, it's not just that we like each other a lot and what have you. We're talking about, that's move-in talk. You know what I'm saying?
It really means that, if you're in love with somebody, then more than likely, that is really saying that somewhere in you see that they match up something or direction that you're trying to get to. So that love is causing you to say, ooh, I must find out more about this person because it seems like this person is flowing in the same vibe or same vein as me, which causes us to fall more in love with one another because of what we already have going on with ourselves. Notice I said what we have going on with ourselves already, or who we're being already.
Right. So, when we finally get together and we make this decision, okay, we're going to give this a shot.
Right.
There are certain conversations that I don't know if we're afraid to have them. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's really a buzzkill to start off in a relationship because that's the fun part. That's the fun time. And in that fun time, we're dating. We're going out to the movies. We're having all these different activities going on. We're laughing. We're
not really paying attention to anything else but that.
Exactly.
That's mainly our focus.
Yeah. And then after that, one thing leads to another. She's wondering if he's going to kiss her.
Right,
he's wondering if he's going to be able to kiss her or whatever. Just whatever the situation is. And throughout all of that, you have all of these emotions that are building and building and building and building and building.
Right.
But no one's asked the question, why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
We're allowing our emotions to run. We're allowing our bodies to be stimulated. But what are we really doing? Mm-hmm. And some of us might not necessarily realize exactly, because I know when we got together, there was a certain set of circumstances that we talk about when we met, and even then, and not to say that we're better than anybody or we had anything better than anyone else had, but even then, it was like there were certain conversations that weren't had, And after a while, once you've been together and once you've considered committing your life to one another, then you find out that the conversations you didn't have end up making them their way to the forefront. Because life always has a tendency to expose the conversations you didn't have when you should have had them. You know what I'm saying? It always has the ability to test. I always use this scenario. I remember when I was growing up, I went to the basketball court with my cousins, and they had just opened up this new park in the neighborhood, and everybody was just really excited about going to this new park because we would come home from church and we would see the construction on the place, and we said, man, they setting up basketball goals and they got this and that. What I can't wait to just get out there and just go hard with it. And so you get all excited about it and everything, and then we finally get there. And so there are people there that you know, and there are people there that you don't know. And the way we came up doing it, when you get to the goal of somebody that's already there and they're already playing, you just call your next. I'm next up. And then you find a team. You can pick from either one of the people that on the losing team, you can pick some people off that team, or you can pick some totally new people, or maybe you brought some people with you. And so we only had 3 people. It was out of myself and my 2 cousins, it was only 3. They was running like full court 5-man, games. And so I'm like, we need 2 more people, But there was not a lot of people there that we really knew, or at least that could play, right? So on the far end of the other court, I see this guy. And this guy is got the ball, he's bouncing it, and he's got on all the clothes. He's got a jersey on, he's got his shorts on, he even got his knee wrapped up like he might have been in an injury playing ball. He's got these really, really nice, sneakers on. He looks the part, And at first glance, I'm thinking to myself, we need somebody quick because this game is about to be over with. We need to pick somebody, and this guy looks the part. I mean, he's come dressed for the occasion. He's got his own basketball. You know what I'm saying? And so what I didn't realize is that though he looked like he could play, when I got him on the team, he couldn't play. I mean, all those pretty beautiful moves he was making and everything, I didn't notice at the time there wasn't anything going in. I didn't notice that the guy really couldn't play basketball. He was out there looking the part, but he really couldn't play basketball. And so when we put him in a real situation to play basketball, we lost the game because he couldn't play. He couldn't do his part. He couldn't defend. He couldn't shoot. He looked nice. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what happens with a lot of our marriages. Or a lot of our relationships. I'm not even going as far as saying marriage.
No.
I'm going to go with just relationships, because we get into a relationship and it's like, okay, you look the part. I like you, you like me, or what have you. But once put in that actual situation, what are you capable of? What are you going to do? What type of training or makeup do you have? What type of foundation do you have? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like even if you look the part, this is the thing. Are you going to show up with what you look like? Or are you going to really show up? So say, for instance, when push come to shove, like the guy you was talking about on the that you chose on the court, even though he had all the garb and he was looking a certain way and he was showing you his moves as though it seemed. When he got actually on the court and actually performed as though, yes, I really do know how to play, I'm not fronting, you understand, then there builds a trust. Then, oh man, I chose the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, okay, that person gonna have my back.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That person gonna know how to do a three. You know,
right, exactly.
That person gonna know how to make a shot.
Yeah.
You understand? I can pass the ball to them because I know that they came to play.
Yeah.
They came to win.
Yeah.
So it's the same setup as if we are in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you are already leading your life a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
that outward appearance is what that person sees first, because you have not opened your mouth yet.
Right.
So what you're showing them is their perception of trying to see, okay, so what does she come with? What does he come with? Just by looking at your outward appearance, because your clothes do say a lot about you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But then when your mouth opens, it should confirm.
Mm-hmm.
It should make even more of a statement when
Right.
you open your mouth and you're talking to somebody
Right.
about who you are
Right.
or who you're being,
Right.
basically.
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah. So, life has a way of putting you in a situation
Right.
to test how you've presented yourself.
Right.
Because however you presented yourself, if you're not what you presented, if you have not yet become what you have presented,
Right.
then life will always expose
It's
that.
gonna show it up. Yes.
But unfortunately, it tends to happen mid-relationship or mid-marriage. It's like, everything is going well, everything is going fine in the warm-ups. We out there in the warm-ups, we doing our thing, everybody's just doing whatever. And then when it's time to actually put the demands of the game on you, then people freeze, people make mistakes. They find themselves bewildered and not necessarily knowing exactly what to do.
People come up with excuses. Well, I'm not ready yet, and I'm not there yet. But wait a minute, this is what you showed.
Yeah, this is what you showed.
You showed this.
You put the jersey on.
So actually, you caused that person to step to you or come to you because
Exactly.
of how you
Exactly.
presented yourself, or because of how you said a thing without opening your mouth.
Yeah.
Your clothes say a thing.
Yeah.
Without you opening your mouth, it says a thing.
Right.
So
don't lie. If don't lie. That's really what that means.
Yeah, just
don't
do
lie.
that.
If you know that you're not carrying the attributes,
right,
right,
of a person that can play ball.
right, then don't get on the court, because they're gonna treat you like you can play. You're gonna be treated like that. Men, you go up to a woman and you present yourself like a husband, she gonna treat you like one, and vice versa. If
Yes.
women, if you present yourself to a man as a wife,
Then
he's
they're
gonna
gonna
treat
expect-
you.
there's an expectation.
There's an expectation there,
There
because
is.
we all have our own idea, our own definition of what a husband or what a wife is, what a girlfriend, what a boyfriend is, or what have you. And this can go with any relationship.
Yeah.
If you go to a job
Right.
and you're in an interview,
Right.
and you present yourself as though you're professional, but good and well you have no skills for that vocation. You have no skills for that job. You know what I'm saying? You about to embarrass yourself. You about to be the quickest hire and fire in the history of that company.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I understand we have aspirations, and there's things that we want, and there's things that we desire. But all I'm saying is hey, pump the brakes. At some point, you got to pump the brakes, and you have to consider some things. And you can't do that, after the fact that you've already intertwined your relations with this person. And I'm using the term mildly.
Right.
When you've already intertwined yourself with this person in certain ways, you can't wait until after that point to start seeing, okay, let's see where we're going to go with this now. Because when did sex become the prerequisite of whether or not a relationship is going to work? If anything, I think today, sex is probably the last thing you should be thinking about that can keep a relationship together.
Should be.
Because there's always something different. There's always something new or something more or something that you hadn't had before that is going to come to tempt you or make you feel like it's something better. So we're not having those conversations, baby.
absolutely should.
We should have those
Back
conversations.
to what you said about sex. Sex is basically a temporary fix if you really just look at it.
Yeah.
It's really a temporary fix. Because even after all that has happened, you still gonna have to come right back and face whatever is going on.
Right.
Even if you want, okay, let me go have sex again, it's still, all you doing is pressing pause.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Eventually, that pause button gonna have to come back up, and you're gonna have to answer to or be in with what you're saying or what you're doing with your life at the time.
Right.
To the point where it's gonna have, you're gonna have to be truthful about it or continue to lie. But you know.
Right. So what are some of those discussions? And I'm just going to speak for me because I can't speak for anybody else. What are some of those discussions that we have to have? And one of those discussions, you know, I think everybody should be mature enough to do. If you don't know what discussions you should have about entering into a relationship, then you're not ready.
Repeat.
If you don't know the types of discussions that you need to have before you enter into a relationship with somebody, then you're not ready. You're not ready. Now, there's a lot to unpack in that statement, and we'll definitely get to it. But I know for me, I realized that there were certain things that I definitely, and it's not the little minute stuff. It's not, okay, how good are you in the kitchen? How good are you in the bed? How good are you? Do you have a job? Do you have money? You know, what type of family did you come from? And some of these things might actually have an effect depending on what your societal status is, or maybe, you know, you're in entertainment or something like that, and those things may count for something. But they're not the most important thing. The most important thing is that, okay, who am I first? Who am I first? And do I know myself enough to be able to bring somebody else into this situation, into my world, where it betters the both of us?